Here's Jemma FORTE in conversation with Marina Purkis on what she really thinks of Andrea Jenkyns.
And yesterday I was on Vine with Dame Andrea Jenkyns, thick as whale mince, and sorry, she is 100%. Yeah. And I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, the point is.
But when you've lived through these moments in Parliament, you can laugh on the outside. But when you're actually just one of a few rebels where you actually walk in the tea room, people won't even sit next to you.
That's because you're a loony, Andrea. Anyway, listen to how Jenkyns portrays herself next as a warrior and martyr for the Brexit cause and the will of the people.
It's like being at school.
It does sound childish.
No, but we had to fight for democracy for the 17.5 million people who voted to leave. And we had to fight against our own party, against our own
Well, we've
MPs.
left now. How's it gone?
No, but look, the fact is, you're just a Ramona still who hasn't accepted the result. By the sound of it.
No, the result happened and it's rubbish.
It is rubbish. So how have we benefited from it, Andrea?
It is. And also we've got this massive deficit in we've got a huge black hole in our economy.
Views, you'll see people outside London do...
No, actually the polls show differently, which is why everybody up north voted Labour and not Conservative this time.
Rubbish.
They lent their vote to Johnson because he promised the earth, he promised sunlit uplands, he promised it would be great for the economy.
No, can I say, this is just rubbish what you're talking about Labour lending the vote to Labour. The person who stood against me, their vote went down by 1,000, but...
Well, actually, this is how many votes Labour got last year, 16,052, and their vote went up by over 1,500 to 17,681. So that's a lot of rubbish.
It was about 12% down turnout on the previous ones, and Reform split the vote. And if you actually look, it was like that across most of the country, and so Labour got in by default because of low...
Also, can I just say something?
No, hang on. Do you think Brexit has gone well?
Well, I think that it wasn't only the civil service, it was Bercow in Parliament, it was the Remainers, it was even Keir Starmer trying to stop Brexit. It really was. Like, you was not in the voting.
Had an 80-seat majority, and the reason it didn't work is because nobody was agreed.
Theresa May's time, if you remember, we didn't. We didn't have a majority. We had to have a confidence supply agreement with the DUP.
Notice how Andrea Jenkyns hasn't answered the question on Brexit and whether or not it's gone well, and in fact has gone straight into why it hasn't worked. It's other people's fault. Moving on to talking about May's tenure as Prime Minister and off of Boris Johnson, whose sole pitch for people to vote for him was because he could get Brexit done. Now watch Jenkins struggle to give anything of value to her argument.
So that is not true. During this period, we did not. Okay. And so the fact is, it was hard to deliver the full Brexit that we all wanted.
Which was supposed to be what?
Well, we shouldn't be tied to the EU at all, in my view. And
what would just be this like little sort of tiny country on our own
without Britain?
How's that gone? How's that gone? Where's that promiscuous trade deal?
We're never going to agree on this.
We are down 40 billion just in tax receipts alone.
You just epitomise sour grape Remainers, for God's sake.
I am sour about the...
Click here to see Jenkins lose her seat and mind.